Today I'm going to be discussing the scenario or the current conditions of Chinese manufacturers. I know they have been making quite a dent in the market of the so-called American flagships. So let's just check out how their software is. So as you can see, I just turned on the phone by double tapping, and now by double tapping, as you can see, it has turned off. So that's pretty remarkable. I mean, no other phone could do that. So let's just dive in. As you can see, you can feel a lot of those so-called Android vibes. Oh, sorry, iPhone vibes. As you can see, there is no app drawer because all of these apps will just float right on the desktop. So that's a pretty messy setup. That's the reason why I loved Android so much. So let's just open up a few apps here and there, and as you can see, let me show you their own apps. Now just tell me straight away, doesn't this look like Safari? Doesn't this look like iTheme or whatever Apple has? I mean, these icons themselves are pretty. iMusic, I mean, what more do you ask for? So I wanted to discuss how far Chinese would go to do such things. I mean, as you can see, the settings menu itself is, adjacent to what iOS does. This system of changing all of the apps is also, really close to what Apple provides, and the messaging as well, the contacts, all of those, you get those iPhone vibes. It feels like a cheap knockoff. Now let me put the icing on top of this cake. So as you can see, the notification center, there is no app shortcut, there is nothing you can access through this point. But if you swipe it up from the bottom, oh my god, as you can see, all of those controls have been provided on the bottom side of the phone, and you might even see this. What more do you need to explain if this phone is influenced by Apple or not? This phone is clearly influenced a lot by Apple, but I wouldn't say that this phone is completely influenced by Apple. In fact, there are some elements to this phone, to these Chinese manufacturers, that make this phone distinctively better than the iPhone. Now I have already shown you the double tap to wake and the double tap to sleep. Now let me show you some more gestures. Like, for instance, if I swipe down, the camera opens up. Speaking of the camera, as you can see, the camera itself has exactly identical interface to that of an iPhone. So there's that. And now let's see, if we swipe from down to up, the phone unlocks. Now let's see if I drew C on the screen. It's a blocked screen. As you can see, you can dive right into the contacts. Now let me draw an M. The music just started. How epic is that? If I wanted to skip music, I would just do this. As I have no music for now, the same music will start repeating. So that's pretty impressive for what China has done. And I know this is influenced a lot by Apple, but this sort of Android skin is one of a kind, and I'm pretty impressed by this. So even the camera app itself, as you can see, all of that so-called white influence. And let me turn on the eye protection. As you can see, it's all yellow and warm colored now. So this phone has quite a lot of influences from iPhone, but it's pretty impressive nonetheless, and it's pretty buttery smooth. As you can see, I just swiped up to close an app, so that's pretty impressive. That's all I had to discuss with you guys, the current situation of the Android skin that these Chinese manufacturers like Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi are using. So thanks a lot guys for viewing. Peace out.